Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan. In respect to sexual and gender-based violence, a special court and mobile courts had been established to try the perpetrators. Chairperson, distinguished delegates, based on the significant progress made by the government of the Republic of South Sudan in respect and advancement of human rights, as well as the noticeable achievements underscored in implementation of the revitalized agreement, in addition to cooperation extended by the government to the Commission, South Sudan should therefore deserve encouragement and rewards. My government therefore appeal to all the members of the Human Rights Council to aim the mandate of the Commission on the Rights, the mandate of the Commission on Human Rights in South Sudan, support its move to be shifted to item 10 in the Human Rights Council. In order to benefit from the technical assistance, capacity building and training to its security apparatus and law enforcement agencies. My government further needs your support to lift sanctions and arms embargo imposed on the country so as to pave way for further improvement on human rights situation in this republic, the Republic of South Sudan. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Next video message will be delivered by His Excellency Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, Attorney General and Minister of Justice of Ghana.
Distinguished President of the Council, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, colleagues and friends, it is an honor for me to address you at a high-level meeting of the 52nd session of the United Nations Human Rights Council. I bring you warm greetings from the government and people of the Republic of Ghana. Mr. President, I begin by sending a warm congratulatory note to Mr. Volker Tech, High Commissioner for Human Rights, on his appointment and to reassure him of Ghana's commitment and cooperation in executing his mandate successfully. May I once again congratulate you, Mr. President, and your Bureau on your election into office and for the competent manner in which you steer the affairs of this Council. Ghana believes that the Human Rights Council will continue to provide a strong basis for the construction of a durable edifice for the promotion and protection of human rights in the world. We are determined to conduct ourselves in a manner that will justify this mark of exceptional confidence reposed in our country. Mr. President, as you all agree with me, this year is a very significant and memorable one as we celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, and the 30th anniversary of the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action. The UDHR is a milestone document in the history of human rights. Its celebration is important because it reminds the world of the inalienable right that everyone is entitled to as a human being, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, language, political, national or social origin, property or birth, among others. The UDHR promises dignity and equality in rights. Such celebrations remind us of the core promises and the need to work constantly to realize the vision of the UDHR for humanity. It serves as a roadmap for our collective actions that do not discriminate against anyone. The celebration is therefore in the right direction. Further, as we mark the 30th anniversary of the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action, we should see it as an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to the United Nations Charter and to place proper emphasis on developing effective international cooperation for the realization of universal respect for human rights and freedoms for all. For us in Ghana, the UDHR and Vienna Declaration are a reminder that human rights and fundamental freedoms are the birthright of all human beings as enshrined in our Constitution. This anniversary is therefore of utmost importance to us as a country and renews our dedication to ensuring that we reflect the best practices across the globe on matters of human rights. Mr. President, Ghana acknowledges the significance of Universal Periodic Review, UPR, as a distinctive process which involves a periodic review of the record of human rights of all 193 UN member states. This process provides opportunity for all states to declare the steps they've taken to improve the human rights situation in their countries and also to overcome the challenges associated with the enjoyment of human rights. This encourages the sharing of best human rights practices around the globe. Mr. President, I'm happy to acknowledge that Ghana was successfully reviewed during the 42nd session of the UPR Working Group in January this year. We look forward to the implementation of recommendations and to accepting. Mr. President, on the issue of rights to health amid the global COVID-19 challenges, Ghana has, by an act of parliament, established the COVID-19 National Trust Fund, exempt from tax to complement government's efforts to combat COVID-19. It assists in the welfare of needy and vulnerable persons who have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Additionally, an act has been passed to impose a special levy on the supply of goods and services and imports to raise revenue to support COVID-19 expenditure. Mr. President, the government of Ghana strongly believes in the right of development for all of its people. This is an inalienable human right on the strength of which all people are entitled to participate in, contribute to, and enjoy economic, social, cultural, and political development. It's in line with this that Ghana notes with concern that over the past years, air, plastics, and water pollution through illegal mining and unmanaged solid waste has adversely affected the health and hygiene of its citizenry. Deforestation, land degradation, and overfishing are also severely impacting livelihoods and limiting growth. Ghana's response to these negative developments is to prioritize environmental issues in its development planning. Ghana remains committed about the many challenges which serve as an obstacle to the full realization of the objectives of the Human Rights Council. A key challenge is budgetary constraint. Ghana notes that almost all 2/3 of UN human rights income come from voluntary contribution. A decline in such contribution from states means a decline in the funding that the Council receives. The Office of the Human Rights Commissioner requires resources to enable it to continue its all-important work in the global quest to advance human rights and the redress of the global challenges of development, peace, and security. I therefore urge all countries of the United Nations to pledge their support to funding the Council to enable it to serve humanity effectively. Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I conclude by reiterating that Ghana is determined to make a meaningful contribution towards the global human rights situation. In this regard, commitment to social justice and prosperity for all peoples of the world is key. Ghana remains committed to the attainment of these goals. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Excellency. Now let me invite to the podium Ses Excellences Madame Imelda Bushemike, Ministre de la Solidarité Nationale et des Affaires sociales des droits de la personne.
Minister for National Solidarity, Social Affairs, Human Rights and Gender of Burundi. Madam, you have the floor.
Excellences, Monsieur.
Excellencies, Ms. President of the Human Rights Council, I would like to thank the Lord for bringing us here to Geneva in order to participate in the high-level segment of the 52nd session of the Human Rights Council. We would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate His Excellency, the President of the Human Rights Council, for his election.